All right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel. Guys, it is time for another review, and this one comes by way of what I refer to as the Lefty Pass-Around Group. So say hello to Ren and Stimpy, Powder Toastman, Login TV, and let's get started. And Choo Choo, I almost forgot Choo Choo. Guys, this is a KnivesFAST channel. Stick around, have some fun. We have a great time here. So this one comes by way of my buddy Lefty EDC. He gets knives in, and then he started a little pass-around group with a bunch of us knife channels, and we can sign up and get these knives in. So I got two Tactile Knife Company knives in from Lefty, and this is the first of those. This is the Tactile Bear, but what you see, which is spelled, by the way, B-E-X-A-R. And what is cool about this one is this is the jigged titanium version that is an exclusive at traditionalpocketknives.com. Now, you guys know I'm an affiliate with TPK, so you can go down in my comments. You can use my link, in my description. I will give you the link, and you can help the channel if you end up purchasing one of these or the gray jig titanium one as well. You know, Austin's been doing these jigging patterns on titanium, on, of course, the Ohio River Jack, on the QSP Hedgehog, and now this. And the penguins, by the way. You can use that link. Go to TPK and you can look at all those things, and you can get 10% off with code. I believe it is FAST10 on just the Ohio River Jacks. But on these, you can use my link and help the channel, but you don't get a discount. But that is fine because these are so well done. Now, this is the DLC coated one. There is also a gray titanium version. This is a slip joint. So there you go. We'll show you the blade. Now, this one is $329 for the DLC coated. And then for the gray jig titanium one, those are $229 over there. And then for $199, they have a on his site, they have a plain titanium bear as well. So those are the options of this knife. Now, if you're still here, since I babbled all over the place, we have this lanyard bead, lanyard, there's no bead, coming off of the back spacer there, off of the, not the back spacer, the back spring. You have a lanyard loop there, very, very cool with a lanyard already on it. You have nice scales, very, very thin, or the frame, of course. But everything is coated with this DLC, including the hardware, guys. Really cool look, and you got the typical tactile milled pivot there. You've got these great flat screws. Everything is chamfered well. Everything is smooth. Now, that DLC coating does make everything, smooth but not slick. You do have good texture there, good grip. It's just a four-finger knife for me like this. You can get up here, nice chamfering on the spine. If you're kind of back here in more of a comfortable spot behind the rise here, my pinky kind of goes off the edge, but you can kind of choke up into this. Now, there's no choil or anything like that. You do have a sharpening choil here, but not a finger choil. Looks like you got good sharpening relief here, and this great clip point blade with kind of a double nail nick there. You got tactile written there and MagnaCut here, which is the steel of this coated blade. Now, notice this DLC, guys, because you kind of end up pinching it. You can use the nail nick. It does work, but for me, I pinch it. And so this fingerprints up, this coating is a little shiny and kind of fingerprints up pretty good, but it's still really well done. Feels good in the hand. By the way, let's just do this real quick and get it out of the way. If I can find a piece of cardboard that I haven't mutilated. This guy cuts really well. There was a void in the cardboard there, which is really neat. But you see, it definitely cuts really well. I need a new piece of cardboard, guys. I've got 1,000 pieces down here, but they're all small. But yeah, it cuts fine. I'm just not doing a good job at demonstrating it. But there you go. Nice, clean cut. Good grief. What a mess I am, but that's okay. I've cut with it a bunch of times. I've cut paper, and this has been around to a couple of channels, and it's still very sharp. You do have an extremely thin blade stock. We'll talk about specs in a minute. Now, as far as walk and talk, there's your half stop all the way. I would call that, and by the way, the spring isn't, for those of us that are kind of spoiled by Jack Wolf, the spring is good, but it's not super snappy. You can see there, it's definitely a little more sluggish. I would call this on the open about a 5 to 5.5. Yep. And on the close, it actually feels slightly lighter, which is interesting. But you can see it's snappy there, and it's just a little sluggish closing there. But it's good. I mean, it's not bad. It definitely doesn't feel like it's going to just easily close down on you or anything like that. Comes in a very simple box with a foam cutout in there. Let's see what we've got. Now, this guy, your Rat 1, is going to be very, very, very large in comparison. There you go. Your Rat 2 is going to be a little bit bigger. Obviously, both of them are much thicker, as this guy is very, very thin. I mean, look, let's do this, okay? Let's do this. So here's the Rat 2. You see the thickness of the Rat 2. You see the thickness of the Bear. Come on, get a focus there. There we go. You can see way thinner. Not even comparison. And to me, the Rat 2 is a fairly thin knife for sure. So let's talk specs here, guys. Absolutely, it's what we do. By the way, there is a little bit of side-to-side blade play here. You can, it seems, adjust that, but it's a pass around, so I'm not going to do that. There's a tiny bit there. But again, spring feels pretty good there. So, all right. So your specs, as I said, these are available as we speak, and you can help the channel by using my link. It is a 6.75-inch knife overall. The close length is 3.84, so there's your handle. Flat grind, clip point, DLC coated, magnet cut in the 60 to 61 HRC range, blade length 2.84, blade thickness 0.065. Extremely thin. And again, they say the pull strength is 6 of 10. I call it 5.5. That's okay. It does have a half stop 1.83 ounces, and these are designed and made in Dallas, Texas, USA, which is a great point there, very much so. So yeah, guys, this is a really good knife, and just because I screwed that up, and this is a very thick piece of cardboard, so hopefully this is a better choice, but I'm just going to do this because I feel bad for not showing off how good this thing cuts. There you go. See, and this is double thick cardboard right here, and it is definitely doing just fine. It's just what's happening is it's longer. There you go. So I was just coming right out. But there you go. I feel better now. I didn't want you guys to think maybe it wasn't sharp and thin. It definitely is. So very, very cool. So there is the Tactile Bear. Thank you, Lefty, for sending this around. Thank you, TPK Austin, for coming up with this jigging pattern. How cool is that? Guys, let me know what you think. Is this one you're interested in? Very thin knife, carries very well, and give me a thumbs up. And thank you so much for watching the KnivesFAST channel.